Guys, Bitcoin is continuing its pump towards the upside, and in today's video, I'm going to be explaining exactly why this is happening and why you should still be on the edge in my opinion, because we just had a stochastic that crossed over towards the downside on the 1 hourly, and we had a shooting star candle showing an exhaustion of buyers. So I would be on the lookout for this, at least for the short term. However, guys, if you do want to be trading Bitcoin, you can head over to Bitflex using my link in the description below, because if you just deposit 100 USDT and make at least one trade on the derivatives platform, you can get a chance to win an Apple Watch Series 8, which is an absolutely beautiful giveaway that we arranged for you guys. Now, getting into why this pump is happening. Now, it's because of the BlackRock FOMO. Now, I've talked briefly about this on yesterday's video, but I will mention a little bit more detail today. So what BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF will actually do for the markets is pretty insane. It will allow hundreds of institutional companies that cannot invest into assets because they do not have ETFs. And as company policies, these institutional clients can actually only buy ETFs as in their investment portfolio. So this will allow a bunch of institutional money to be moved into Bitcoin. Now, you may be asking, do we not already have GBTC, which is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust? Well, that's a very valid question. However, the answer to why we still haven't seen this mega institutional push into Bitcoin with GBTC is because GBTC is more of a closed trust and doesn't have the renowned reputation of BlackRock. Now, when BlackRock hopefully issues their ETF, it's going to have BlackRock's name in front of it, which gives a lot of trust to institutional clients as they are the biggest asset managers in the world. So if BlackRock can have their Bitcoin ETF approved, it will be incredible for Bitcoin because BlackRock has a 575-to-1 approval rate of their ETFs, which is mind-blowing. So yes, the SEC will have to approve it, but BlackRock being BlackRock, I just think it will work. And if you want a more detailed analysis into the entire BlackRock situation, I will leave this thread in the description below because Anthony Pompilano discusses with Eric, who is a senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg, and of course James as well. So they gave a beautiful 31-minute overview into the entire BlackRock situation. I kind of summarized it for you guys over there already, but if you want a more deep dive into it, you can head over to this thread over here. So Bitcoin is seeing a little bit of a small reversal now, well, at least trying to see a small reversal towards the downside after this move. The stochastic is crossing down as I mentioned, and we had a shooting star candle. But what really annoyed me on this chart was that we clearly had a bullish pennant situation, and this was a clear example of market manipulation in my opinion, because this was a super clear pattern, right? And there would be a lot of people opening long positions at the breakout from this upper trend line over here. And look what happened with this entire candle. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. We saw a break towards the upside, then boom, we wicked all the way down to the 25.1K level. And the liquidations that would have happened in this single candle would have been insane, and it would have wrecked a lot of traders for sure. And this is happening because again, Bitcoin is not a big as market as the S&P 500, of course, so there is still room for stuff like this to happen, especially after these huge market makers withdrawn from the Bitcoin space and crypto space overall after the FTX crash, allowing for volatility like this to happen on singular candles, which is not good whatsoever for the future of Bitcoin. But this BlackRock situation is very good for the long term. I think it was just a short-term pump towards the upside, so it wasn't something major. And I think until BlackRock actually gets this ETF approved, we're not going to have a continuation of a major move towards the upside. But once we do, right, then all the institutional money will flow into Bitcoin, and that is when we can see a next bull market. And I think the timing for this, right, could be coming very coincidentally with the Bitcoin halving itself. And if we approach both of them at the same time, then I think we can have a final blow off bull market for Bitcoin, and we can even go past $69,000, which would be absolutely crazy. And if we have a look into this chart over here, we're testing the 200 period moving average once more, with Bitcoin being at $26,350. It is incredibly important that we close this candle like this in 2 days, because I know it doesn't look amazing like this. If I switch it to the candles here and get rid of these EMA ribbons and this, of course, the 200 period moving average, we can see that we're forming a hammer candle on the weekly time frame. Now, this is perfect. If we close this candle looking like this in 2 days and 5 hours, this could indicate a massive reversal towards the upside and, you know, at least get Bitcoin towards the prior swing high at $31,000. Now, the way I would trade this in 2 days and 5 hours, and of course I will update you guys when the time comes, is by opening a position at the close of this hammer candle. So really, I'm just waiting for 2 days, 5 hours to be able to trade hopefully this reversal towards the upside if we do end up seeing it. Otherwise, 25.2 is again a very important line of support to hold. Now, if we look at DXY saw a bit of a, you know, it's the same as yesterday. The S&P is seeing a bit of a reversal towards the downside. So again, showing Bitcoin has broken off from this correlation once again. But guys, that is pretty much it for Bitcoin. Now, the final thing I want to mention is now altcoins are pumping once again. And if you've watched my videos when Bitcoin was falling towards the downside, I always said, guys, it's, in my opinion, right, never financial advice. It's a beautiful time to be DCing into some of these altcoins that I shared a couple of videos ago because they were at drastic lows such as Matic, Solana, you know, very good projects, and they came down to very, very significant lows, you know, some of the lowest lows in their history of their pricing. So that was incredible, and that was a beautiful chance to be buying. And now, of course, the prices have begun to have a bit of a reversal towards the upside. So that is why I always love to DCA when there is FUD, because FUD is for short term, it disappears, and of course price then shifts, reverses towards the upside as always. But that is it for today's video. If you also want to trade on a DEX, by the way, do check out Bybit. This is a little bit of a teaser into the next video because they introduced a tool which is super awesome and can have a lot of potential, which I will do a dedicated video on very, very soon. But if you want to trade on Bybit's DEX, again, doesn't require KYC, and I think it's one of the best DEXs out there if you want to trade crypto, and it directly links with your Bybit account. You should definitely check out Apex Pro, which you can access directly from Bybit's homepage. And actually, if you use my link in the description below, you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus. Now, to be able to claim that $30,000 deposit bonus, you actually need to deposit like $250,000 and have a very good sufficient trading volume. So this is applicable to very big traders. If you are more of a smaller trader, then that's fine. You may not be able to get that entire $30,000 bonus, but you can still get a couple of $100, which is of course always amazing to have. But guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to smash up that like button. But guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.